Okay, thanks guys. So we're here, real quick sales meeting, Monday, June 3rd. So the summer is here, okay? The summer is upon us, the kids are getting out of school. It's gonna start to get kind of hectic. But so this is the time now we need to really button down our schedules and really be committed to getting results for our business plan, to making money this summer. So real estate is really a 90-day cycle, okay? So what you're doing today, tomorrow, this week, is going to get you paid in August, September, and October, okay? So for right now, if you can find a cash buyer and you can get paid the next couple weeks, fantastic. But this is a 90-day cycle, okay? So what you're doing today, tomorrow, this week, you're going to get paid in August, September, and October. So that's why it's really important to continuously work week after week, because you're always working for the future. Okay, that's how real estate works. It's a 90-day cycle. So with that in mind, we're doing a 90-day sales contest at AMP Properties. Okay, so it's based on opened escrows. So listings are great, buyer sales are great, but we're talking open escrows, because when you open escrow, that's how you get paid. Okay, listings are, that's what we really want to go after, because the market is starving for inventory. So you want to get your listings, but those listings have to sell. Okay? Those sales create escrows. We need opened escrows to get paid. So it's based on number of opened escrows.
No points for writing offers?
No, that doesn't, no.
Okay.
No. There's no, it's not a point system. It's opened escrows. If you have one escrow, that's 1 point. 2 escrows, 2 points. Okay? That's how we're doing it. Writing offers is great. Activity breeds activity. But if you're getting your butt kicked every time you write an offer, you're not getting paid. So this is about motivating us to get paid. That's what we're here for. We're not here for our health. Okay? We're not here to make friends, really. And my father-in-law says it best. If you want a friend, get a dog. Okay? We're here to make money. Okay, so open escrows, close those escrows, but it's based on open escrows. So by August 31st, we will tally all the open escrows by all the agents. The winner gets a free iPad.
Okay, all right.
Free
I need
iPad.
one.
Free iPad.
I need one.
Okay, and we're gonna do a little bonus. Whoever has the most listings in the next 90 days gets $500 bonus. Okay, so there's a free iPad for the most open escrows, and there's a $500 bonus for the most listings. But you have to take more than 2 listings.
What do you mean open escrow? Like,
Basically, an open escrow is when you ratify a contract and the buyer puts their deposit in,
okay,
you have an opened escrow.
okay.
But you have to close it?
What
Of
about
course.
listing? What if you open escrow with the...
That's a pre-open. That doesn't count.
Oh,
I'm
the
talking.
listing doesn't count?
A listing doesn't count until you get it sold.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You need to sell it to open escrow.
Okay. All
We're
right.
talking about what's going to take to get paid.
Okay, gotcha.
A listing is great. Believe me, you want listings. That's what we're here for, is to list properties.
Okay.
But the key of that is list and sell properties. You have to list and
Well,
sell.
they're selling pretty fast, so
They are.
we're...
Yeah, we're good with that. But you have to list and sell. Okay?
All right.
So you need to take, so to get the $500 bonus, you need to take a minimum of 2 listings. Okay? If you just take one, I mean, anyone can take 1 listing. 2 in 90 days, now you're talking a little bit momentum. Okay? So the one person that has the most open escrows, this goes for all 11 agents, free iPad, and the most listings taken, if you take a minimum of 2, is a $500 bonus. So that's what we're doing for the listing and sales competition. So hopefully that'll motivate everybody to go out there and do a little something extra.
Vacation would motivate me. Cancun?
Yeah, Cancun.
Los Cabos?
Los Cabos. Yeah, that'll be good. You can take your listing commissions and take a vacation. That's no problem. Okay.
Well, I see why you did open escrow.
Oh, well, I have
I see
a...
why.
yeah.
Instead of closing, because
So well, sometimes
9-day contest.
it might take, but it might take you 60 days to get your first
Right.
couple escrows,
Yeah.
and then those could take 30 to 45 days to close,
Yeah.
and then you got nothing. So the contest just opened escrows. Okay,
Got it.
you open an escrow, you have a ratified deal. We need to see the deposit receipt though, so I don't want to just hear you opened escrow.
Well-
We need to see the deposit receipt, so we need proof.
Because we log it in our,
Because that's if we represent the buyers and we have the checks, we log it in. But anyway, we need to see the deposit receipt. So if you make
From
the
title.
deposit in the title company, they email you the deposit. We need it anyway for our file. You email it to ampescrows@gmail, and then we'll log it in as a deal for you
Okay.
to represent
Well,
that.
mine is gonna be, at the moment, it's gonna be just proofs of funds sent to the office.
Well, for the short sale,
For
yeah.
the REO, it's gonna be, but no check.
Well, but once your REO is accepted, they require a deposit.
Mhm.
So you make the deposit and away we go. Okay, so right now we're going to talk just a little bit about taking action. Okay, we need to take action here. This is an action sport. Okay, taking action. Faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith you want. You can sit there and think positive in your mind about how many deals you're going to get and all this. But if you don't go knock on the doors, if you don't make your phone calls, if you don't put your posts on the social media, if you're not talking to everyone you know about real estate and transacting a deal, nothing will ever happen. You have to take action. Okay? And that's basically, it's real estate 101, it's business 101. You roll up your shirt sleeves and you have to take action. Bottom line. So what are you doing today that's going to get you paid 90 days from now? Are you just wishful thinking? Or are you making phone calls? Okay? Are you at night staring at the ceiling wondering, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Or are you waking up determined, telling yourself and knowing that you're 100% committed to getting a deal? Okay? You have to be able to go home at night saying that you did everything you possibly could do to make an appointment, to show property, take a listing, do something that's going to create momentum for yourself. And the only way to get momentum is to get a signed contract. So what are you doing? Take action is really key. Okay, you have to take action. And what happens when the going gets tough and you haven't taken action, it's real easy just to stay in one spot, not do anything. Okay? Because momentum creates momentum. Movement creates movement. Okay? And if you push on the rock hard enough, eventually it will move. Okay, the hardest few feet, the hardest thing to do is move a big old boulder a couple feet. But once you've got it moved, you've created the momentum, you can push it a lot easier. Okay? That's why I recommend the book 3 Feet from Gold. I want you all to read this book. "3 Feet from Gold." Okay? Remember, leaders are readers. You need to be able to lead yourself so you can lead your family, lead your business, lead your clients, lead your life. Okay? Readers are leaders. Leaders are readers, excuse me. 3 Feet from Gold. This is a phenomenal book. Okay? This is about when you're just about to have the breakthrough that you need. And the people that give up have no idea how close they were to having a big monumentous breakthrough in their business or in their life, but they never knew because they quit. But there are only a few more steps. Okay? Everyone, right when they get to their threshold, that's when the going gets tough, the real commitment pushes through, and then you have that breakthrough. Okay? Your muscle doesn't build muscle when you can do weights you can push 1,000,000 times and just like, yeah, this is easy. No, muscle's built when you're grinding and pushing and your veins are popping out of your head. Okay? That's when your muscle gets built. So that emotional muscle, that commitment muscle, gets tested and grows the most when you're at your threshold and you're being pushed emotionally to the point of it's either make it or break it. So you have to be able to push through, you have to take action. And I'm just going to go over the commitment model one more time. This is A to B. You're here, you want to get to here. A to B. But what happens when you start doing something that you're trying to get done? What happens? An obstacle comes about. Life gets in the way. Something gets in the way. There's always something. So you're cruising along, and you're making your calls, and you got an appointment, and then, something blocks you. Okay? This is decision time right here. Because most people, if they're not truly committed, their resolve is weak, and they give up, and they end up down here. Point C. No one wants to be below the baseline here. Baseline is survival. This is thriving up here. We want to be thriving. You don't want to be down here, baseline. C is below baseline because what happens is, and this has happened to all of us, when you get derailed, you're beating yourself up. And you have self-pity. A lot of people are harder on themselves than anyone else. But you start beating yourself up and you're down here. But if you're truly committed to making that money, to providing for your family, to creating the life you've always dreamed and deserved, that you deserve. That's the thing you got to remember. You deserve it. So you have to go for it. Okay? You got to figure out a way to go over it. You got to figure out a way maybe to go under it. And sometimes you just got to say, you know what, I'm blasting through it. Because I don't have a choice. Because we don't have a choice. None of us here has a job that we can just get a salary.
We just have a job every day.
This is commission only. Okay? This is commission only, which means there's no ceiling. There's no one telling you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. You all have to be self-accountable to your goals and your dreams. Okay? So to get you to point B, you got to either go over the obstacle, you got to go under the obstacle, you got to blast your way through it. That's a real commitment to get you to point B. Okay? And one other thing, most people don't even know what point B is. So you got to ask yourself, have you determined where you want to go? Or what you want to do? Okay? So, I need an eraser. Can you?
I'll get it.
And one other thing, and then I'm going to go through some market updates with you.
San Francisco's off the hook. Properties are going to the
Yeah.
ceilings.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. But that's okay. This is the thing. I'm going to talk about vision. Okay, what's your vision for your life? Okay? Everything starts with vision first. Okay? You have to hold on to your vision. You have to be certain that you can make it. You have to hold on to it. Because what happens is when you have a vision for what your life can be, where your business can go, the lifestyle that you want to live, the opportunities you want to give to your kids, when you have that vision of all that stuff that you have in your heart, when you hold on to that vision, your vision will pull it into existence. You will pull it into existence. Okay? Perfect example, we just closed the hotel. Took me 2 years to do it. I never gave up. I always knew eventually it was going to happen. Sometimes I was at home crying. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I wanted to quit. All these things were running through me. All these emotions were just overflowing me, overwhelming me. Okay? A lot of times I didn't even want to get out of bed in the morning. Okay? But I had that vision. I knew I can do it. I knew that's what I wanted. I knew I was never going to give up. I knew it took persistence. I was committed, bottom line, and we closed it. And so that vision of doing that transaction and learning all the stuff I learned, it pulled that into reality for me because I persevered. Okay? Those who persevere will produce fruit. So you got to understand, you have to persevere. You have to overcome. You have to overcome and become. Because a lot of times it is the destination, but it's the journey on who you become, that character building of who you become on your way to success. Okay? A lot of people say it's not the destination, it's the journey. I say hogwash to that because it is the destination. If it wasn't the destination, I'd just be running around in circles. Okay? So the destination does matter, but it's that character building that happens as you push through all your obstacles and your fears and you break through to that vision of your life that you've always wanted, and it'll pull it through to existence. Okay? So you have to be committed. You have to have vision for your life and for your family, and you got to be able to lead. You got to lead by example. Okay? Show the whole world that nothing can get you down, and that no matter what falls on your shoulders, that you can deal with it. Okay? So that's enough about that. That's vision. So you got to create a vision for your life. And you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family, you owe it to your spouse, you owe it to your kids, you owe it to your mother, you owe it to your father. Anyone that's ever been associated with you, that loves you, you owe it to them to have a vision for your life. Okay? That's a slap in the face to God if you don't have a direction for yourself. Because if you don't, someone else will. Believe me, there's people that want to lead you around town and take over your life, but you have to be the one to have the vision for yourself. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to everyone around you to have a vision for your life. Okay? So, real quick, market updates. A lot of people are talking already about a housing bubble because it's gone up so fast.
Yeah.
And it's been going crazy and rates have been so low. Rates have been coming up a little bit. Rates are ticking up. But I want to tell you one big distinction between what's going on today and what went on in 2005, okay, 2006, or even all the way through 2001 through when it started crashing in 2007, okay? And actually, people don't realize this, but the market actually started to change in October of 2005, is when I saw it. The change, the slowdown, the different perceptions, etc. Prices still kept going up for another year and a half, but the market really changed about October 2005. Anyway, that's history. The biggest difference between now, what's going on now with the price increases, the low inventory, now as opposed to before, is that the banking guidelines, the lending guidelines are still extremely strict. So the people that are getting these loans, that are buying these houses that are overbidding by $200,000 and $300,000,
Yeah, gosh.
they're either cash or they qualify for the loan legitimately. They have the bank statements, they have the tax returns,
Right.
they actually make the money, they have their paper trail. There's no more stated income, stated assets. Anyone with a heartbeat can get a loan. That doesn't exist anymore. Okay? That's okay, go ahead. You have to have solid credit. You have to have your paper trail. Okay? So even if the prices go down, which all markets go up and down, but even if the prices go down and the market changes backwards, the sustainability of the borrower is much higher. So there's going to be less short sales, less foreclosures the next time this happens. So really, we're still in the beginning stages of the recovery, especially countrywide, but right here in the peninsula, in San Mateo County and in California, there is really no bubble at this moment because of the way the lending institutions are. The guidelines are extremely, extremely strict. So the borrowers are going to be able to sustain a market correction based on their reserves they have, based on their income that they have, their sustainability, their tax returns, all that stuff shows that there are much stronger borrowers out there buying these properties. Okay? So really that's it for the sales meeting. Does anyone have any questions? Robert? Tina? Myrna? No?
Okay, quick question. So what do you say to buyer? What do you say to buyer when they said, well, you know, I think it's a bubble. Maybe I should wait.
Okay.
You know, wait till things, you know, level down. What do you
Well,
tell
when do you
them?
want to move? I asked him, well, when do you want to move?
Well, then they say, you know, I got lots of time, I got plenty of time.
Well, how much is plenty of time?
You know. No, I mean, what do you say?
These are the questions I'm
Okay.
asking you.
Okay.
Pretend you're the buyer.
Okay.
Well, what's plenty of time?
Year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what if the market continues to go for 2 or 3 years? Are you still in the way 3 years?
No.
Okay, then I would suggest you buy now. And also, if they say, well, I'm willing to wait 2 or 3 years, they're not a buyer. Then you're wasting your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they say, well, I want to wait till the bubble bursts,
Yeah.
say, well, you know what? Honestly, I mean, if you want to wait 3 to 5 years before the bubble bursts, I mean, the bubble may not even burst because it's different now than before. Okay? And if you really can wait 3 to 5 years to buy, then I'll wait with you 3 to 5 years. I got to move on. So I'll keep my number.
Right.
If you want to move, great. If not, I got other people that need to buy now, and I got to pay attention to those folks. And just be straight up with them.
Yeah.
Because we're not here to kick the tires.
Right.
We're not here, and also we're not here to hurt their feelings. But you got to be truthful with them as well. You know, if they want to wait, you know, you have to be strong enough in your convictions to let them know. Look, no one has a crystal ball. If you think the bubble's going to burst, you may be right, you may be wrong, but all the economists of the National Association of Realtors, the California Association of Realtors, is all saying that this is going to ride out for the next 5 to 7 years of this price increase. Okay, low interest rates. Because the underpinnings of the economy are still weak. So if they blast their interest rates up, the Fed already knows if they raise interest rates 2 or 3 points, the economy's going to go to a halt. They can't afford that. Okay? So they know they're going to keep interest rates at historical lows for the next 3 to 5 years. That's going to continue to drive the demand. It's going to continue to keep the prices going up. So in 3 years, they might want to wait for the bubble to burst, but then they can't buy nothing. You know?
Yeah.
So you have to tell them straight up, look, you want to wait, that's up to you. I don't think that you should wait, but if you want to, that's up to you. You know, but if you do want to wait, I got other clients that need my attention now, and I got to deal with them. So have a nice day. You know, call me when you're ready. You know, you have to be willing to take it away from them. You have to be willing to take it away from them. Okay, don't be attached to them.
And then set them up on a listing watch through your website.
Yeah, and then say, look, it sounds to me like you're a little bit hesitant on what to do. I understand, no problem. Go to my website, sign up for the listing watch. You'll get the listing sent to you on a daily basis, and when you're ready, I'm ready. But I have other buyers and sellers that I need to pay attention to, and if you're not going to buy now, you know, unfortunately, I can't go show you property if you're not willing to buy. You know? Because, believe me, don't be afraid to value your time. Your time is the most precious commodity. We're not promised tomorrow. We have 24 hours today. That's it. When we wake up, we get another 24 hours. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So don't be afraid to value your time enough to tell your buyer to take a hike and go work with someone else that wants to buy now. We're looking for people that want to buy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not, oh, I don't know. You know, well, if you don't know, I'm sorry. You know, I know. I have other clients that do know, and I'm going to go over here and work with those that do know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not, it's nothing personal, it's just business.
Right.
You know? It's nothing personal, it's just business.
Right.
This is business. Okay?
So what do you think chances are before you went going up last year? Those people that didn't make a move, they're still looking. Most likely they're not going to make a move now because they feel like they should have moved last year, and so they're definitely not going to make a move this year.
Well, it depends.
It doesn't matter.
It all depends because you cannot assume.
Right. That's what I was trying
Yeah,
to
you
say.
cannot assume. Assumption is the mother of all screw-ups.
Yeah.
That's a saying.
That's true.
So you can never assume or prejudge anything. The only thing you can do is ask. Hey, you were going to move last year? You didn't? Are you thinking of still moving this year? And if so, when? Because the key is now. The key is right now.
Yeah.
You know, buying next year and selling next year, that's great. Put them on the back burner.
Yeah.
We're looking for people that want to buy in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we need them to buy it right now.
That's right.
So, with that said, any announcements, any housekeeping items? Ma, escrow, anything?
I'll have some things for you next week. I was gonna get them, but I didn't have a chance. But there was a few
Okay.
things, you know. that-
Okay. Also, keep a lookout for the California Association of Realtor emails that you guys get. Everyone gets them. That's a member. and I can forward to people the emails that you don't get them.
Yeah.
But there's awesome announcements and articles that are in there that can
Legal updates.
there's legal updates and so on and so forth that kind of help you, and then you can educate the buyers and the sellers with those.
Right.
Okay, don't forget also Toolkit CMA. We have that available to you guys as our agents. Toolkit CMA to run your comparative market analysis. You can create flyers for your listings. It's a great sales tool.
Express Docs, too.
Express Docs for flyers. OBO, which is for your virtual tours. Those are all tools that we use for our listings. Another thing is always remember too, we have the online disclosures and paperless transactions. So utilize that stuff when you're taking your listings to upload all your disclosures, email them to ampescrows@gmail.com, and we'll upload them into the system in MyDoc Central. We'll create a link for you, and then you can email that link out to everyone who's interested. Okay? The key is when you have a listing, you want a pre-marketing package should include all the disclosures and reports. So when the buyer looks at it, they sign off on everything, and you get a much cleaner offer. So there's less negotiating back and forth after you're in contract. Okay? All right, so with that, make it a great week. Sales contest is officially underway. Free iPad, $500 bonus. So the only way I'm gonna know who wanted it the most is who brings in the deals. Okay? Action speaks louder than words, people.
Okay.
All right, so let's go take some action, make it a great week.
Bravo!